Hello, I am Angie and I am a personal trainer. I'm going to share with you a few of my favorite post-workout stretches and what I normally do after my workout. So you'll just need a mat. What else? Make sure you subscribe, share the video, like the video. I would appreciate that. And I think that's all the housekeeping stuff. So let's start on our hands and knees. And we're gonna bring the toes together, knees are gonna be apart, and we're gonna sit back into child's pose. So I like to push my hips back and down, and then reach my arms all the way out. And then I'm gonna just rest my forehead on the mat and take a couple of deep breaths in. And exhale through the mouth. Let's do about 2 more. One more breath. And breathe out. All right. We're going to stretch through the wrist because a lot of times I am lifting weights. So I'm going to turn my palms facing up. On both sides, I'm going to lengthen, stretch through my arms, press my wrists down, and lift my shoulders up, and I get a very intense stretch in the forearms. And then I'm going to turn my palms, my fingers facing me, and I'm going to rock back and forth. Try to keep the palms down, try to spread the fingers wide, and you're pressing the inside of your elbows away. Nice job. Now we're going to turn the fingers back forward, and we're going to do a couple of rounds and arches at the back. So we're going to start rounding, pull the hips underneath you, press the upper back into the ceiling, and just relax the head down. Then you're going to tilt the tailbone up, drop the belly down, lift the chest, and pull the chest forward. I like to sway from side to side, just loosening up the hips, and we're going to do a couple of those. All right, we're gonna stretch the shoulders. So you're gonna inhale, we're gonna rotate, you're gonna open up and turn the chest and the waist. Try to keep the hips squared. Inhale, exhale, you're gonna thread your arm underneath. It's like you are doing a shoulder stretch. If you really don't like this position, this is also just as effective. You're doing the same thing. Sometimes what I like to do is I like to find that crevice of my hip and get a nice little twist, and I lean into that shoulder. I'm moving slower to fast. We're going to do the other side. I try to hold my stretches for at the minimum, ear to the mat, 15 seconds if I'm in a hurry, 30 seconds to a minute, more ideal, sometimes 2 minutes if I have more time. And focus on breathing into the space that you're stretching. So I'm stretching the back of the shoulder and that space in between the shoulder blades. And release. Ooh, nice job. Okay, let's get into the hips. All right, so you're gonna take your right foot forward, or one leg forward, and if you do need like some additional cushion, you can just fold your mat over, and it just makes it more comfortable on the knee. Or if you have something for your knee that's little cushion discs you can get for the knee, you can add a pillow or a blanket. So I'm just gonna focus on pressing my hips forward. So we're stretching the front of the hip. Think about lengthening the spine, lift up tall. If you want, you can add a little tricep stretch here. Or you can add a little side stretch. Good. And then we're going to come a little bit lower into those hips. So if you can, bring both hands down Now sink deeper. So I'm really trying to press my hips down. And my hips are pretty tight. I just got through working out. You can also tuck your back foot under and lift that knee up. I like to sort of saw side to side, back and forth. You can bring that elbow down if you want to get deeper. Keep the spine long. Ooh. And then we're gonna switch sides. So same thing on the other side. So your cool down is not something, and your stretch is not something you want to skip. Press the hips forward. You're gonna add a tricep stretch on the other side. Pull the abs in tight, lift the chest. Don't skip this part. Actually, this is so important for your recovery. So you want to lengthen out the muscles, loosen up the joints. You can come down, both hands on the inside, tuck your back foot under, press the back of the thigh up, sink the hips down. If you want, you can add your elbows, come down. You can saw forward and back, side to side. Just really look for that stretch. Come to a point of mild discomfort. You want to feel the stretch. And we're going to switch sides. Or we already did that side. Okay, let's lay down on the back. You're going to bring one leg up. Grab behind the calf for a hamstring stretch. I like to add a little ankle roll here. Switch sides. Whew, feels so good. Nice. And then you're gonna cross that leg over. We're gonna stretch into the glutes a little bit. So you're gonna do what's called a figure four stretch. Lift right through. You can grab behind the knee or right onto the top of the shin. I like to use my elbow here and open up that knee, press it out. Awesome. Switch sides. So, hamstring. And if there is difficulty with this, you can add, with accessing the calf, you can use a towel, you can use a strap, you can use a belt, you can use a sock. Now try not to, so I'm gonna show you so look at my hips, my tailbone is up. You see how I'm lifting my tailbone? I lose the stretch. So when I push my lower back down, I feel the stretch more. So make sure that lower back stays connected. And then same thing here. All right, so we're gonna open up. Same thing we did on the other side, figure four stretch. Now try to pull my hips down, pull my tailbone down to the mat and press the knee out. Just keep breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Awesome. All right, we're gonna stretch the quad and then the calves. All right, your quadriceps are the top of the leg here. So you can do this standing, but I like to do this right here. So I'm gonna grab my shoelaces and pull my heel toward my glute. For some people, they may wanna grab the back of their shoe and pull. Just do the best you can. Now focus on pushing the hip forward, squeeze your butt cheek, and squeeze the heel toward the glute. And we're gonna turn around. I'm gonna flip to the other side, do the same thing. When I stretch, I like to put on some relaxing music. I might listen to a short little podcast. I might just not listen to anything. I might watch TV if I'm home. This is a great thing to do if you do a lot of sitting. At the end of the day, get on the floor and stretch. Now, this is just a few of the stretches I do. I'm trying to keep it pretty basic, pretty simple. All right. And then the last thing we're gonna do is a calf stretch. So I'm gonna give you some options here. I'm gonna move up. Now I'm gonna sorry, lost my train of thought. So I'm gonna press my heel back. I'm gonna move forward a little bit so you can see. Press my heel back and just stretch through my calf that way. Okay, so I'm just pressing my heel back. Then make sure you do the other side. You can also do, my favorite though, is downward dog. So I also get a nice stretch. Ooh, through the calves and the hamstrings at the same time, and the arms and the chest. You can walk it out, get a little bit deeper stretch, and we are done. So honestly, at the end of my workouts, what I try to do is just some deep breathing to let my nervous system calm down. I'm gonna share with you my favorite one, which is 4-7-8. That's just my go-to. So let's try it. You wanna sit comfortably, you can lay down. You can sit crisscross applesauce. You can sit on a chair, whatever is comfortable, just relax. Shake it all out, relax. We're gonna take a deep breath. The way it works, you take a deep breath in through the nose, fill the belly with air, and you can even put your hands here for 4 seconds. You're gonna hold for 7 at the top of that breath, and exhale out through the mouth like this. And just try to let everything go and relax. So we're gonna do it just once, but you can do it as, like set an alarm for 2 minutes or something, okay? Here we go. We're gonna breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Breathe out through the lips. And return to your normal breathing. So that is a great breathing exercise to do when you're kind of like anxious, you're riled up. I do this after, the morning rush, getting the kids out of, to school. I do this right before I go to bed so I can relax. I do this before like a presentation or before an important meeting, or maybe I had an intense meeting and, maybe I heard some information I didn't want to hear, got some feedback I didn't, just anything that kind of puts you in an anxious state or not a positive state. This is a great breathing exercise to do. I hope you found this helpful. Y'all have a wonderful, blessed day.